Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, it gives me great pleasure to bring you greetings from the Presidency of the European Union. The very fact that the European Union is mentioned as a factor in the debate on diversity shows how much our union has evolved from a purely economic and commercial endeavor to a community of values where the citizen is placed in the center. Also, Belgium strongly believes that the EU should not only be concerned about economic growth, but also about the social well-being of its citizens. This sums up the very spirit of our European model. For this reason, Belgium has identified the reinforcement of the social dimension of the EU as one of the 5 thematic clusters along which it has elaborated its EU presidency program for the current semester. And one of the chapters within this cluster is devoted to our undivided attention to the fight against discrimination and for equality. Under the Belgian presidency, the Council will adopt conclusions on the basis of the communication by the Commission relating to the new strategy on equality between men and women for the period until 2015. In addition, the Council will adopt conclusions concerning equality of salaries between men and women within the context of the implementation of the Beijing Action Plan. Furthermore, the Belgian presidency will continue the work of the Spanish presidency concerning the implementation of the principle of equality of treatment of individuals without distinction of religion, disability, age, or sexual orientation. Finally, combating violence against women is another matter which will receive the presidency's full attention. Ladies and gentlemen, tolerance and respect for democratic values are no idle words for the European Union. The EU strongly supports the entitlement by all individuals without discrimination to enjoy the full range of human rights. The promotion and protection of human rights also features as a key objective of the EU's external action. Through the different tools available to it within its external action, including the financial instruments available both through the EU institutions and the member states, the EU seeks to actively promote and protect the enjoyment of all human rights. In this respect, lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people constitute a vulnerable group for whom the EU asks particular attention. Gender identity and sexual orientation continue to be used as justifications for serious human rights violations around the world, including persecution, discrimination, and gross ill treatment. However, in order to be credible to the outside world, the Union has to make sure that itself upholds the highest standards. Belgium, with its open and multicultural society, wants to deliver its contribution to this effect. Non-discrimination and diversity are core issues in the policy of the Belgian government, as well as the fight against any form of racism and xenophobia. A general overhaul of our anti-discrimination legislation took place in 2007, with the enactment of the law on the fight against discrimination, which prohibits discrimination on grounds of age, sexual orientation, civil status, birth, fortune, religion, political conviction, language, current or future state of health, disability, physical or genetic characteristic, or social background. This legislation is equally applicable on labor market situations in general and on contractual relations in particular, regardless of the fact if it concerns access to work, work conditions, or the breakup of labor contracts. In the meantime, the Center for Equal Opportunities and Opposition to Racism was created, where victims of acts of discrimination or racism can file a complaint. If needed, the Center can approach the court in reaction to such acts. By providing appropriate and enforceable legislation, the Belgian government has created a framework that can help to shape attitudes and people's mindsets in favor of a more tolerant and diverse society. Particularly in the field of same-sex relationships, the Belgian government has gone a long way by being ahead of public opinion rather than reacting to it. In this domain, we have seen in Belgium that in the end, this did have an impact on people's way of thinking in a positive way. But now for today, I should like to wish all participants of this conference fruitful and successful discussion. I congratulate the Estonian Human Rights Center for its initiative to organize this event, which has the merit to bring the issue of diversity into the public debate. You have not missed your aim. Does diversity enrich? I firmly believe it does. Thank you very much.